Almost too easy. He's very willing to help out, just don't mention Herman's Hermits. Beeler is perhaps the best lecturer at the university. However, he has some strange infatuation with Mr. T, reads one of them. This is very typical. He will help you out with anything. That's not true. I will not help underage people buy beer, for instance. Thrift store wardrobe and detests General MacArthur. A tad eccentric.
She's a miserable teacher, worst I've ever had at Alabama. Stay away from her if you want to pass this class. So I know who that is. She made it fun and gave extra credit, but study guides were vague. I love that. Final covered the whole course, which is like 100 court cases. No, it's not. But I don't think I have any chili peppers. I don't know. Is this where you get chili peppers?
I know that,
Oh, Scott Parrott has chili peppers. So students, chili peppers. What's the deal there?
Here's somebody that doesn't think I'm funny. Along with a very dry humor, you will hear in this class, the mundane topics covered offer little liberation from sheer boredom. I'm thinking if they're using improper grammar and rate my professor that I didn't do my job very well anyway. Through all of her hard work and corny jokes, Miss Cummings just isn't able to assert herself. First of all, my jokes are not corny, they're wonderful. I just want to hug her. Hugging is nice, I think that's sweet.
She's very smart, but cannot explain things thoroughly. This class was my worst accounting class ever. Oh, that feels great. Overall, fantastic professor. Okay, I'll take that. But wouldn't recommend for Accounting 371. She is the Bill Nye of accounting, which I thought was very cool. Very good at explaining the topics and is repetitive on the difficult concepts to the point where you are confident. So, after you read a -1, I guess you have to go to one of those and realize you're not a complete bunch of garbage.
There's no punctuation, and all of the U's are actually written as the letter U, and all of the truncated stuff, and there's periodic capital letters everywhere that make no sense at all. Okay, so it's all one sentence. Here we go. Her class is extremely hard. No matter how much you read, you will do poor on her quizzes. I cheated on her final and still did bad, which I have no problem with. She's really nice, just talks quick when you're trying to take notes and you really have no clue what is going to be on her test. Most challenging class of my life. Do not take unless you have to. Yes, that's all one sentence. Actually, there's not even a sentence because there's not a period at the end.
Homework is awful and takes hours. Look up the solution manual online and copy it. Well, I know why the person didn't get much out of the class, because in engineering, you have to do engineering in order to learn it. If you want to save your GPA, switch majors while you can. And he made me excited about the field as well. That's a good thing. He's an awesome guy. I like hearing that. Just a really bad teacher.
The class was difficult. The homework was incredibly difficult and the tests were difficult. Dr. Hubner's a nice guy, but his class is extremely difficult. So much so that he alone made me switch majors altogether. Now, that is not my intention. I recommend avoiding him for any class that you might take. He is an unbearingly hard teacher, and he puts his research far above his students. So, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I agree with that. But my biggest complaint is out of 19, I have no hotness.
Very helpful. He runs the Criminal Justice Student Club and is the advisor and does internships. He is the Trillis teacher at school. I'm not sure what Trillis means. That's good feedback. I'd like to know what Trillis means. Hopefully it's a good thing. I guess the chili pepper is a compliment there. Hopefully they're getting a lot out of the class as far as learning a lot.
if you had to rate my professor, what would you rate it?
Oh, I would definitely give Rate My Professor a chili pepper.